Happy Tuesday. It is a bright and sunshiny morning, which is awesome because about 4 hours ago, the sky was strobe lighting with lightning. It was cool. I mean, it was awesome. The dog didn't think so. The dog became a little furquake, next to me and occasionally on my lap, which was awesome. But sunshine now, so I'm going to soak up as much as I can before it gets too hot or something. I mean, like I'm already sweating, so I might as well sweat all day today, right? The answer is yes. I'm going to sweat all day today. So as I was exercising this morning, I I let my music taster say, yeah, let's listen to movie soundtracks. That'll be good. And the last song just shook me. It took me there, man. It was the song from Forrest Gump. And like, if there was ever a movie that for my generation was more of a the places you'll go set to a long Tom Hanks movie, it was Forrest Gump, man. I mean, it's just this long story about, don't give up. And hit me. It hit me good. And I was just wondering, remember at the end of 2019, everybody's on the social media like, oh, 2019 was so bad. I hope 2020 is awesome. 2020 is going to be my year because so much struggle in 2019. And people right now are like, come on, May. As if there's not going to be any trouble in May. As if we're not going to get to May and not find us there. I mean, that we are the constant that we discover behind all of the troubles that we encounter and work on. Us. And I watched Forrest Gump and I thought, what if we imagine our life right now the way that Forrest Gump remembered the tumultuous times of the 60s? It's sort of like a flashback, like, oh yeah, there was a thing I did, and there were bullets, and I got shot in the buttocks, but now everything's better. What if we just for a minute, just step away from this moment in time and imagine what it'll be like in that moment in time when we're beyond it, when the world is healing, when the global economy is healing, when people are starting to pick up the pieces of their shattered relationships they did a lot of injustice to. And we'll look back at this period of time and say that it mattered and it existed. But you try and explain the first quarter of 2020 to a 6-year-old. You have 15 seconds of their attention span, 10 of which they're actually listening. Go. And all of a sudden, the toilet paper and the face masks, and the fighting and the politics, it all just kind of goes away, and you just have to explain. A lot of people got sick, and we did the best we could. And some of us knew what was going on, like 5 people in the world maybe. Most of us didn't have a clue. A lot of us were scared. That's about it. But the constant for my life, for my family, for the last quarter, the last years, the last 13 and a half years of marriage, my wife, 39 years of my life. The constant has been the presence of God. The constant has been His goodness and His upward call to a life that celebrates living. The constant has been the ability to look at the good and the bad and say, you know what? This outweighs this and it outlasts. The good will always be better and it will always be more long-lived. The good remains. I'm doing a project on the book of Luke for one of my classes, and I read last night a bit of eschatology when Jesus is saying one man's there and All of a sudden, poof, everybody's gone, and like one man turns to his wife, and poof, she's gone, poof, they're gone, poof, they're gone. And one of the disciples said, "Where?" Which may be one of the best questions asked during that story. It's like they're gone. Like, did they go to the bathroom? Did everybody half the world get the munchies? I'm like, where is a great question. And Jesus didn't answer. He said, "Where the corpse is, that's where the vultures go." It's one of those great, like, okay, if they didn't go here, where the vultures are, let's act raptured. Let's act like we actually belong to the new life. Instead of going where the corpse is and acting like vultures and picking apart what's wrong, what's bad, what's evil, what's stupid, what's all the memes. Let's go to where there's life and live it and love it. The man who wrote "It is well with my soul" lost his family at sea and crossed the ocean, and crossing the place where the last of his family died, wrote an immortal hymn. That man laughed later on in his life. That man went on to love life with a great hurt that maybe healed, maybe didn't. I don't know how you heal from losing your entire family in that short a span of time. But the God who inspired that song and the God who inspired that devotion, who deserves that devotion, is the same God who can heal that hurt and bring joy into a broken life. Let's go where the life is and leave the corpses to the vultures.